Got Jason Ray here talking Oklahoma football each and every week with us here at the Voice of College Football OU. We would ask that you would please subscribe, hit that bell for the notifications. That way you're on top of situations like today when we've got to change the live stream schedule. So we appreciate everybody who can join us here live on a Monday. If not, you're watching us on the replay. So that works as well. Leave your comments below either way. And we are talking Oklahoma defense. Jason's breaking it down for us level by level. The defense, Nick Benito, one of, let's see, as I counted up, 3 out of 6, it appears on the depth chart, if you look at the 2 deep, coming back at the linebacking spot.
Yeah, no, he's certainly probably the best and the leader of that linebacking core, playing that rush in for Oklahoma, which, means a lot of times he's lined up on the edge of the line of scrimmage, but also will come back in coverage in the back end as well. So, I think having him back from a rush in perspective is really good for he was a guy who was really considering going early in the draft, and he decided to come back for an opportunity to win a championship for Oklahoma. So he's a guy that will certainly have that rush end kind of nailed down. There's no real discussion about that from a depth perspective. Marcus Stripling has actually moved over from a defensive end, moved to that rush end. He'll play a lot. He'll give some a lot of depth there as well. At the Mike position, so I think you got 2 kids that are going to play a lot. David Agwebu and Deshaun White are 2 kids that will play. Deshaun White started the season. Agwebu started to get a little bit more playing time. I think there's a lot of people that like Agwebu as maybe more of kind of a Kenneth Murray could have a breakthrough season this season. I think you'll see both of those players play a lot. It'll be a big battle in the fall, probably the biggest battle of the front 7, just to see who will, he'll get that starting position. Don't really think it matters a ton because you'll see both of those guys play a lot. And then really kind of looking at the will linebacker position, Brian Asamoah comes back. He'll be, he's a 2-year starter at that position. He'll certainly be there. And I think a kid that a lot of Oklahoma fans will root for to certainly maybe even start, but play a lot and stay healthy is Caleb Kelly. He's come back over so many injuries, so much turmoil that he's had, in his life from a health perspective, and he will be back. He's probably going to be their primary backup there at the will, so certainly we'll get a lot of playing time. But I think, looking at another couple of kids, Shane Whittier is a guy that Oklahoma's really just kind of raved about in the spring. So, in terms of his speed, I think he runs about a 4.4, 4.5. So, excellent speed at the linebacker position. So he'll provide a lot of depth there at the Mike linebacker. True freshman Clayton Smith is a guy that was, I think, coming into the spring, a lot of people thought he was probably Oklahoma's most ready true freshman to be able to play a little bit. Didn't play a ton, played a little bit towards the end of the spring game. Heard some, there's some things about just maybe him not getting it quickly enough, kind of from a mental perspective, and seeing how that progresses in the fall will be interesting as well. But again, much like the defensive line, the depth is there, and the depth is pretty solid at the linebacker position, maybe more so than any other position on the team. I think they feel good about any of those guys at a 3 and 4 string depth perspective.
Folks, please hit the like button to help us further the content. If you understand anything about YouTube, it's not to make us feel good. It's to work the algorithms there on YouTube because that's the way it works. They wanted some feedback in regards to people's engagement with the content. So please hit the like button. Share these videos out on social media. So whether it's just to say, hey, here's the link, or we're getting together at 2:30 Eastern today and talking Oklahoma football live, whether that's directly word of mouth to your family or friends, those people that love college football that you know of out there in your circles, please let them know that we are here talking OU football with Jason Ray right here at the Voice of College Football. All right, breaking down the OU defense, and just to highlight some of the guys that Jason reviewed here, Asamoah led the team with 66 tackles last year, 16 more than Turner Yell, 5.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and a pick. And Nick Benito contributing big as well. 33 stops, 11.5 tackles for loss, and 9 sacks. He put up the biggest numbers in those 2 categories, along with Isaiah Thomas last year. And there you have it at the linebacking spot.